Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. It is good to see y'all. We are here to bring you guys some info on the next update. Just like last time, we have got Mr. Sights sitting right here on our, well, I guess that's your left. And then we've got Rel, the legend himself, joining us.
Also known as Michael. Just going to get it out of the way.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he went.
Man, I practiced all night. Not even say your name. Even during our calls this morning, I was referring to you as Rel, I think.
We've known each other. I feel like it's probably a lost cause at this point. So
yeah.
So
you, basically, you just broke the seal. Now, now it's just going to be Michael. Okay.
Exactly. He figured that if he did it now, he wouldn't have to worry about it later.
There we go.
So we're good.
Well,
awesome.
Welcome everyone to our second remote live stream. We're all connecting from our various locations here in Southern California. We're hoping that, like last time, things go fairly well with as few technical surprises as possible.
Hey, that was not my fault, okay?
No, it wasn't your fault. No, this is amazing. This is actually a lot more fun than doing it in the Daybreak broadcast room.
We're gonna
because I don't have to wear pants.
It's true. It's a no pants party. You can just go home whenever there's a stream now. We got an excuse.
Exactly. Yeah, stand up and then just walk away.
Just walk away.
So
Awesome.
We've got quite a bit to cover today. We're going to be going over, at least at a high level, we're going to be going over some of the upcoming Outfit Wars changes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be spending some time presenting some videos of what's to come in the new game update that is going to be rolling out in the next few weeks, which, if you were paying attention to the PlanetSide Twitter channel last night, you saw that PTS has been updated. It's still currently locked for login, but you should be able to patch up right now and be ready, because at the close of the stream, we're going to unlock it and give everyone a chance to hop in and start playtesting and giving us feedback. Probably got a few weeks of bug fixing and polish ahead of us, but as usual, the only way we can ensure that this is as stable and as clean as possible is with your help. So please, starting after the stream, please hop in over the weekend. Let us know what you think. Report any bugs, report any gameplay feedback. But there's quite a few things going in, and there's also quite a few bug fixes. So Rel is going to be touching on that.
The patch notes are going to be out right after the stream, so people will be able to see the whole spiel. And we're going to be covering like a lot of the stuff that's in this update. But yeah, you guys will all get access to it and maybe see some fun stuff that perhaps is not included in the patch notes.
There's always some fun stuff.
It's just all the bugs, actually. All the
new bugs that aren't in the patch notes.
Yeah.
Get ahead of it.
And then as I mentioned the other day, we're gonna give some updates on the PS4 progress in terms of how the progress we're making on getting the escalation update ported over. And then to close the stream out, Rel is going to give some insight into what's coming up after this next game update and what the team has been working on in terms of a very near future update. So to get things started, hopefully I didn't oversell the start of the stream yesterday when I said make sure that you tune in right at 11 o'clock, because we wanted to showcase something that I'm personally very excited about. The team's really excited about, and so for a lot of the PlanetSide 2 players that have been in for since day one, or have been playing for probably the last 6+ years, you remember a video series by Robert Stoneman, the war correspondent. So we've been speaking with Mr. Stoneman, and I'm excited to say that he's put together his first war correspondent update in 6 years, and I think we're going to premiere that right now.
Yeah, all right, let's check it out.
Want to check it out?
Absolutely. Right. Let's go.
From the warm embrace of Indar to the cold heart of Vesemir, 6 years have passed since I returned to these war-torn lands. But change is in the air, and a dark shadow lingers over the battlefields of Araxos. This is a Bastion fleet carrier, an outfit flagship on combat operations over Vesemir. With a single captain piloting and a crew of 9 manning the various heavy guns around its hull. Its ground and air spaces are very well protected. Teamwork is an essential part to destroying these carriers. This anti-aircraft MAX is going to need a little bit of help. Like every large beast, they'll have their weak points. These are located around the bottom, sides and tops of the bastion. I'm told it's not uncommon to see fighter and galaxy escorts protecting those areas. It makes for a challenging and engaging battle to take them down. Just not by jumping out of your aircraft with a rifle. Pulling a bastion, as the combat troops call it, takes teamwork and resources before it can enter from orbit. Over in Hosin, on the Emerald server, outfits such as the 1st Terran Rangers have done just that, pounding the front line below with its Mauler cannons. Intel spreads, and the Voodoo Company outfit of the new conglomerate brings their bastion in over Hosin. Soon after, a 3rd, the Vanu outfit, Ghosts of the Revolution, joining to attempt their claim over the continent. The fighting was intense. Air-to-air combat filled the skies. Our mobile NS camera drones captured the fighting up close. As fire erupts from all 3 bastions, it was only a matter of time. The Vanu bastion is the first to go. A huge white light fills the sky, leaving the remaining factions to fight it out. As the Terran Republic's bastion evaporates into the distance, the remaining Vanu and Terran Republic fighters work together to bring down the new conglomerate bastion, ending the air battle over Hosin. With Hosin now in the control of the new conglomerate, forces will move on to another continent, carrying the fight further on Araxos. There's a lot of change to these battlefields, and the introduction of the Bastion is a new beginning to an old friend. Robert Stoneman, war correspondent for PlanetSide 2.
Man, that was absolutely amazing. Let's freaking go. Hell yeah.
Nice work, Mr. Stoneman.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what's exciting about, like, to us right now is that you know, not only has he come back to do this first video, but we're discussing with him an ongoing video series for each update. So it looks like we're going to be getting some more reports from the front line from Mr. Stoneman pretty frequently. So hope to share timing on the next video, hopefully relatively soon.
Awesome.
So speaking of amazing community videos, just a reminder that the creator contest is coming to a close this Sunday. We've had several dozen submissions, tons of great work, and the way it's going to work is Sunday night midnight is the final submission time. We're going to take all the submissions, and within the development team, we're going to distill those down to 5 finalists. And then we're going to present those 5 final videos to the community starting next Friday, the 5th, to start voting. And then based on the voting results, that will determine the grand prize winner. So in terms of overall prizes, those top 5 finishers or 5 finalists will get 10,000 Daybreak cash. And the grand prize winner, based on the community voting, will get an in-game title, a banner, and an RPG Studio shirt. So it's going to be tough because, again, the other day we had over 45 submissions.
Yeah, Justin just came in and said over 50 right
tough.
now. So
yeah,
should be good. A lot of good content. And
then lastly, I think before we start heading into discussing the game update, one of the things I'd be remiss without mentioning the amazing achievement that one of our players just hit a couple weekends ago. So some of you may have seen this, but Mentis 2K6 managed to hit 1 million kills. And I don't know what's more impressive, that he hit the 1 million kills or that his total play time was 358 days.
It's a lot of gaming.
Like actual days of playtime.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's hard to reward somebody for something like that because it's, I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. I mean, the closest person is nowhere near having that kill count. So, you know, the first thing we thought was, let's give him a lifetime membership. That's the least we can do. So we've given Mentis a lifetime membership to his account, so he is a PlanetSide 2 player for life. But we want to do something more than that. We want to immortalize him in the game. So Rel came up with an idea, which I don't think he's going to share the details about it because it's a bit of an Easter egg, and we want people to find it. So Rel, you want to talk about what gone in?
Yeah. So, well, one of Mentis's most popular weapons is the Terran Republic TSAR sniper rifle, and we so like in that vein, I wanted to drop an Easter egg somewhere on Araxis where you might be able to find and interact with it, and that's just going to be a permanent fixture now, so people can go to wherever that is and maybe pay homage to the Murderer King. So yeah,
and then so without giving away the location or anything, so this homage to Mr. Mentis, what, like, when you find it, is it, you know, can you interact with it? Can you?
You can interact with it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much more than that. It's really just like a cool thing. Like we tend to immortalize players in different ways. Like in the past, like some names like of bases have been named after. I guess like there's some developers in the past, or some weapons have gotten renamed. The Maelstrom 26 is the VS. It used to be named something else. I can't even remember the name at this point, but it's now named like after Maelstrom, the person who runs PlanetSide alerts. So it's like little things like that are, you may not notice, but those players are like forever immortalized in our game. And wanted to do something like that for Mentis, but in a different way, like one we haven't done before.
Awesome.
So the memorial, or the homage to Mentis's accomplishment, has gone up to PTS. It'll be going to live as soon as the game update goes live in a couple weeks. But you'll be able to start looking for this on Araxis when we unlock the test server today. So we were thinking about doing giving a prize to whoever found it and posted either on Reddit or in the official forums or anywhere on social first. We haven't come up with you know, a prize, but try and be the first one to find it. Post the proof that you found it, and we'll probably come up with
legitimately
something worth your while.
Please.
Yeah, legitimately. Yeah, yeah. Don't go into Microsoft Paint and scrawl Mentis is the bomb and on a screenshot that you found in a Google image search.
That is actually the Easter egg, though. It says Mentis is the bomb.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so let's talk about Outfit Wars changes, because, you know, as everyone knows, we had Alpha Cycle 2 wrap up a few weekends ago, and you know, the goal moving forward is we want to have one more Alpha Cycle, and then get a final round of changes, and then transition into the official Outfit Wars seasonal schedule. With you know, all the final rules changes, final reward structure, and so anyways, Rel, you wanna give an overview of what's to come?
Yeah, sure thing. So to stress, it's like that's our goal, is to do one more Outfit Wars kind of pre-cycle. So if it has to go on longer than that because like we run into something that's just drastically like needs to be changed, then we'll have to do that. But in order to avoid that, what we want to do moving forward is work with the community on some like organized tests. For example, the last Outfit War that went out, a couple of the bugs probably could have been discovered if we did like a mass playtest, because you definitely needed population to kind of figure that out, and test server doesn't get that naturally. So we do want to do some changes. A kind of still figuring out exactly how we want to deliver them. What might end up happening is that we take a break for this month to give us some time to work on like a significant amount of changes to kind of push into maybe an update of its own. And with that being the case, like one of the things that we're going to be trying to do with the qualification phase, I feel like it was pretty good, like a little too long, so we're shortening it up. And then we want to also kind of bracket exceptionally large outfits and put them in their own outfit war at the very least. But ideally, if it's possible, we get some bracketing in. But that has totally not been decided just yet. And then the reward structure as well. The ideal for outfit wars as a live like a live system is that you don't just do an outfit war and it's one and done, but we want to have players accrue score based on their placement in those outfit wars, and then culminate to a larger like an end of season outfit war that takes place between the top 3 scoring outfits. Yeah, I think those are probably the big beats with this update. I mean, outfit wars, like, it went really well last time. There was definitely some issues, like there was some outfits that couldn't participate, or at least one at the very least. And then you have servers like Soltech where there's maybe not like enough outfits to actually participate all the time, depending on the faction. So we want to try to address some of those concerns as well. And we probably have to come up with something that's a little bit more flexible than what we have currently.
All right.
So no commitments just yet. It's just, this is the direction we're going. But we do have a lot to focus on with this current update and then the next update after that. And yeah, it's important not to split focus and resources too much. So yeah.
So I think we're gonna move into to quote one of the players in chat, get out of here with your esports talk. So I think we'll move on to to the game update. And before I mention that, you know, I just wanted to point out again, we've got this lovely photo of the boys at PlanetSide behind me, and
yeah,
I was hoping we could have had maybe something to replace it, but I think there might be. But I'd heard that it was too epic to fit on a single wall.
It was. It needed some more. But real quick, before Justin comes at us through the monitor, and I quote,
is this something you guys know about that I don't?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, no. What? I was just pointing out that it's the same picture, and I didn't have a chance to hang a new photo up.
Exactly. There are active giveaways being rolled through the chat and stream. No need for keywords. All active viewers are eligible. So there you go. I just want to put that out there.
I just like watching Rel squirm.
Yeah.
I'm really curious at this point.
I don't know. This is completely unaltered images that are. I don't. Anyway, do we want to? Which one of you two wants to go first?
What?
For the next section. I mean, we gotta. Because I gotta do a transition to get there, and then you know.
Yeah, let's. You want to talk about the Punisher? Let's transition into the new game update and what's going to PTS. Well, actually, what's on PTS now, and we'll be unlocking after the stream wraps up.
Okay, so with that being the case, yeah, Punisher makes sense to start at.
Okay, well, let's we'll head over here to Rel.
All right. Why have you done this? How many people are on there?
Chris Bishop is in a precarious position over there. Yeah, terms of service violation in effect. Well, no, we've got the PlanetSide 2 logo protecting us from complete violation.
I feel like we're somehow still going to get banned. So
it's no, we're good. It's art.
Art.
Wow. All right. That was that's a special.
That wraps our stream today, everyone. Tony, are we just going to just stay on this screen for the next 10 minutes? We can transition over to
no, this
where
is
we
my
wanted to go.
This is my wallpaper. It's been up. I've been staring at this thing for hours now. On
your PC, this is actually my wallpaper in my house. after this stream, I'm gonna just plaster it on the wall behind
crap.
me.
All right. So, Ro, which
the Punisher video, please.
This isn't punishment enough, bro. This isn't punishment enough.
Is this the underbarrel and ordnance?
The actual punishment.
This is the underbarrel and ordnance thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Super short video, but wanted to show folks. So Punisher has gotten a little bit of some changes made recently. Like now, the default underbarrel is actually a fragmentation grenade launcher in the same vein that the Thumper uses, so it doesn't damage vehicles or anything. But the heavy assault has been given a new Havoc underbarrel, which prevents repairs from happening while this debuff is active. And if this goes well, it can be something that we attach to like vehicle weapons and that sort of thing, or different abilities. So yeah, it will momentarily prevent you from getting repaired. That includes fire suppression and that sort of thing. What you're seeing on screen currently is what we're replacing the Spitfire turret with. This is the Ordnance Dampener. And what it does is it provides a field that while you're within it, you get rank 1 flak armor or rank 1 ordnance armor if you're a max unit. So this can help you hold down indoor locations mostly. To also, I don't take friendly fire, but yeah, but that's it. That's what we're replacing Spitfire with. So so enjoy that, okay. And stop complaining. Don't at me about the Ox Spitfire anymore. Thank you, please and thank you.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, which one would you like to roll to next?
Real quick, why don't I just comment over some of the other underbarrels that we have too that don't necessarily. Jesus.
Why don't you just comment over this transition screen?
I'll let this loop.
Okay. So in the underbarrel, so EMPs were a concern for the infiltrator. So still using EMPs, but stripping the shield damage effect from it, so you don't have that like 500 damage alpha strike. For the underbarrel version. And then the medics, it's a slight heal over time, but also it is a cleanse now, so it takes away slow debuffs. So from like concussion grenades and also the tranquility rifle, those can immediately be removed, and you can fire it at your feet too to cleanse yourself of it. And it'll also remove flashbang effects from you. And then for the engineer, the change was that we added an enhancement underbarrel, which sounds really weird now that I say it out loud. But what it does is for mechanical targets, it'll increase the maximum health by a static amount, and it'll do a repair over time. Yeah, and that maximum health bump actually scales with like the target's current health. So you can't save somebody with it, like if they're down to like nothing health, and then you bump them up with an extra 500 or whatever. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, but it can it'll be helpful with buffing people like as you charge into a room with max units, that sort of thing. So it should be interesting. We'll see how it all plays out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna throw it back to the three of us real quick. I need to change my my video player. This one is the frame rate is meh. Just give me 1 sec.
It looks fine on stream, Tony.
Okay.
Super Brain asks, can you buff tanks with it? Yes. For the engineer underbarrel, you can. You can hit your tank, and then it'll give you some static health, and then repair you slowly over a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready to queue up the Colossus?
Is that what you would like next?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Why don't we show off something that we want to for the PlanetSide 1 anniversary?
Okay. Sure.
The Punisher, for those who have played PlanetSide 1 or have visited with us last stream when we showed it off, we talked a little bit about the Punisher being a weapon from PlanetSide 1, and very recently we celebrated the 17th anniversary of the PlanetSide franchise. Specifically, it starts with PlanetSide 1, of course, and that was on the 20th, May 20th.
Yep.
So we are, with this update, also going to release a special edition of the Thumper, which is another PlanetSide 1 weapon that has some gold elements and and the emissives that come off of it are red, that sort of thing. And this weapon is going to contribute to the Exceptional 3 directive, which previously was only filled with the networked NSX weapons, which were gained from the anniversary bundle this past year. So this will be a new addition, and if you like the Thumper, then you can certainly you can have some fun with that.
Cool.
Yeah, I like the palette. It's freaking dope. It really is.
Thanks.
Lots of bling on there.
All the bling.
All the bling.
All right.
Yeah. So are we doing giveaways, or is Justin kind of just handling?
Justin's doing that
Yeah,
throughout the stream.
it's all automatic. So
yeah.
Just let me know what you want me to pull up next, and we'll get the next one up on screen.
Let's jump into the. Let's go to the facility modules. There's so much stuff to talk about.
All right. And there you go.
Yeah, so for those who have, who again joined us last time, we added facility modules to the game. The phalanx automation one that you see in the video that's not something that's going live, but it's something that we just have locally. But everything else that you see is legit. So all of the old facility benefits got rolled into these new outfit facility modules, and you can craft them, and you can place them on a region by using similar to war assets. You click on a region, you select it, and you drop your module on the base. So it'll buff everything in the region. So infantry regeneration, or enhanced turrets, that sort of thing. You can't see because my face is in the way, but on the right hand side, if you're hovering over a region, you can see like what buffs it has, and you as a player can extend buffs that were given by other outfits, like outfits who have attached their stuff to the base. And yeah, I'm going through the example here. So the tech plant benefit, it's also rolled into this. So if you want to pull a main battle tank or a liberator from a specific base, you can throw this the benefit directly on the base instead of having to have a tech plant. But yeah, and on the right hand side with the tab screen, you can see what benefits are currently active and which outfit is currently contributing their time to that benefit. So if you want to say thank you or anything else, you can definitely find those outfits and do that.
Nice. Awesome.
Very nice.
It's just in addition to the war asset system, because we definitely want to continue to build out these systems that we put in the game. And this is maybe phase 2. Hey, completed phase 2. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. So we can move on now to the.
You want the last video that I've got here from you?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. There it is up.
Okay, so the Colossus is a outfit, a war asset. However, it is customizable as an individual. So you can unlock the weapons and the skills and the cosmetics. Instead of certifications, we're using merit, since it is an outfit-based vehicle, and this does a couple of things. The first is that it prevents new players from spending certs on something that they potentially won't be able to pull, and then it also kind of emphasizes our outfit system being merits and that sort of thing, or using the merit system. So yeah, it has a number of abilities, and you guys will all be able to explore this on the public test server. In this video, I'm being a little bit hyper aggressive in that I end up getting myself killed very, very quickly. But you can see that the model has changed somewhat significantly, especially with the tank barrel, and now it has the ability to deploy. Within tech plants, you'll be able to pull it. So there's a good reason to go back to a tech plant, and then within warp gates as well. So these are the places where you'll find the terminals, and then you'll be able to pull the Colossus and bring it onto the battlefield. Also, so the Colossus is, in this video, you'll notice that when I deploy, which I don't think I'm there quite yet, but when I deploy, my turret angle is set really high. In the Skylance mode, this is what happens, but in this version, or the version of the video, it's way more vertical. Like you'll have more play when you get to public test server. Yeah. So, and then the time to kill also is wrong in this video of the Skylance. Hardpoints are actually easier to take out, but we'll notice that it deploys, and then you have like a nice reticle display that outlines where all the hard points are. If you just aim at those and fire at those, it does damage to it from the ground through the vehicle, because our Colossus, the Skylance, has a piercing weapon that passes through vehicles and can hit multiple targets at the same time. So yeah, the power of the weapon makes it so you take self damage when you're in the Skylance mode, or if you're activating the Mad trigger, which is its default ability. But it also has a cordium powered shield that is very sturdy. But cordium is a finite resource, so you have ants who can come and help resupply your vehicle instead of it generating naturally, at least by default. So yeah, that's basically the Colossus in a nutshell. Again, you're going to see me totally kill myself in this video when I activate the Mad trigger. Typically, like, we want the Colossus to be a very group-oriented vehicle, so it's going to need repairs, and it's going to need people to man the turrets, and it's not just going to be massively overpowered by itself, because that defeats the point. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm gonna scroll back real quick. The audio on this cannon is satisfying.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Pew.
Pew. Here, actually, let me turn that up because I don't know how much chat can hear that.
Yeah. So we are still going to be balancing this based on feedback. So once you get on test server, test it over the weekend, let us know how you feel, and maybe we'll make some adjustments based on the general feels. But yeah, just make sure you're using it as it's intended, which is an outfit-based, group-oriented vehicle.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Rel, did you want to at least touch on some of the highlights of the bug fixes that are going into this update? I mean, there's a lot going in, but maybe just kind of give players an indication of some of the examples of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm here, bring it back to us real quick.
With the patch notes, you guys will be able to see this right after the stream here. But construction, the vehicle gates, enemies can no longer pass right through them. That's fixed. The construction placement nodes that are on each construction object, those are back. They've been gone for quite a while, and that just lets you know how high and in which terrain you'll need to. It just helps you place the things. And then we have let's see, what else did we fix? We actually found a major performance decrease that we were able to fix with the heavy assault shield in first person. So the Punisher actually brought to light this particular issue because of how detailed it is, and when you're aiming down sights, and the geometry is so detailed, and we noticed that the distortion and just the size of the shields that we're using in first person were crippling frame rates up to 60 to 100 frames, at least for on my setup. And we were able to bring it down to 5 frames, when the heavy assault shield is active in first person. And in third person, it doesn't change at all. But in first person, it's much tighter to the model. Honestly, it looks cleaner, and it's less obtrusive as well. So that'd be a cool change. It's like a bonus change moving forward. And because that's been an issue for a long time. But it's going to make people who play heavy assault feel a lot better. But also affects the just the momentary shields that you get from implants like Safeguard and other stuff. So beyond that, let's see, what else did we fix? There's a handful of high priority stuff. We ended up changing the font of the chat box to support more language characters. This is an issue because, well, we're an international game and we support many languages, and I can't remember exactly what the restrictions were, but we made that change, so people will be able to more easily communicate on live. And then
and in terms of the supported languages, I posted last week about this, but we should have the what should be the final round of Russian and Chinese translations by the 5th. At which point they're going to go to PTS. And again, these were all the changes that were based on the feedback we got of the various proper names, like facility names and weapon names, vehicle names, that rather than just having keeping it in English, so there's no confusion when people from different languages are trying to communicate and coordinate. They'd be seeing completely different names, and in some cases, pretty bad.
The mag router
creatively bad translations.
Yeah.
So that's so the translation house that we work with is going through and making modifications there. I mentioned it in my post, but it seems like it should be pretty straightforward to just find all the names that were translated and then just replace them with their proper English counterparts. And it doesn't work that way. We actually have to translate literally every text string that has one of those words or names in it. We have to go back and retranslate for context and everything. So that's why it wasn't quite as straightforward and as quick as we were hoping. So the quote we got back was to get the drop by no later than the 5th of June. And like last time, as soon as we get it, we just got to do the integration, push it up to PTS, and then we'll get feedback. And hopefully that should be the last big round of changes. We're also we've got some bugs that we've been fixing based on community feedback related to those new languages that are being supported in game. So those would all be going to live as well. So depending on timing of when the Colossus update goes out, it may include all of those finally getting off of PTS and going to live, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can keep going. I didn't want to forget about that.
Honestly, I can't remember what we fixed. There is an extensive list of patch notes.
Yeah, you're going to have all that. I mean, that'll all be posted, like Rel had said, right after the stream, so everyone can read in detail what is actually getting fixed and what's going into the update.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Speaking of other initiatives that have been ongoing, PlayStation 4 support. So just to provide a kind of a quick update in terms of how we're tracking. Tony's got some the latest screenshots. I mentioned a while back that we were able to hire a programmer to basically be devoted to just doing PlayStation 4 support and initially port work. So he's made some really good progress getting a lot of the armory screens, a lot of the UI related to the escalation update ported over. As you can see here, we've got Bastions spawning in game. This morning on Twitter, we confirmed that we're going to get the Fov slider into PS4 after a brief exchange within our team's chat. But with regards to timing, that you can expect this to go to PS4 Live. We've got about 3 weeks worth of work left on the UI components. We're going to have, there's going to be some controls changes and bug fixing and such that needs to happen during that time as well. But we're expecting this to get into the hands of our QA team within the next 3 weeks. And then at that point, barring any major, surprises, we should have a good handle on being able to announce a more specific date when it will be going out. But as you can see here, we're absolutely working on it. We want to get a lot of these changes moved over, and as soon as we get it into formal testing, once we've done all the groundwork that we know we need to do, we're gonna share some more information. And I'm now that space and time is I've lost track of it. We've as you can see, we're trying to do dev streams more frequently, and I think our last one was it a month ago, 3 weeks ago?
It's like 3 weeks ago. Sounds
3 weeks ago, so
wasn't too long.
We'll probably plan on doing our next dev stream sometime mid to late next month. At which point we should there might be a bit more of an emphasis on actual review of the PlayStation 4 update. So
awesome.
For the PlayStation players that are on the stream, watching the stream right now, hopefully that gives you some confidence that we are actually indeed finally able to make some progress. We're able to get one of the programmers hired, and it's helped us immensely. So
great. Well, there you
go. So we've got giveaways happening. Also, a reminder that Lane Smash is happening today and throughout the weekend. Wanted to remind everyone of that. Justin, could you, when you get a chance after the stream, could you make sure to retweet the details from the official PlanetSide 2 account on Twitter? But those go, the Lane Smash schedule runs from today through the end of the day Sunday.
Nice.
Perfect.
And so I guess to kind of put a bow on this stream, let's talk about what's happening after this game update.
A
Okay.
little bit.
Did I leave anything out? Have I forgotten anything? I just got all caps from Justin. Gotcha, will do, about the Lane Smash information. So he'll be tweeting that out shortly.
All right, so let's switch over to one of the random mission related screens here.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the first one, 03.
So again, just to be clear, what Rel is going to discuss right now is not part of the update that the Colossus is in, not the next game update, but this is what's coming in the update after that.
Right.
Yes.
And the look of these screens should convey that.
Should be an indication that they're not ready.
We need to stamp work in progress across it.
Right.
Just pretend that we did that.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
So the gray box that you see on screen here, we're doing some fun stuff with the update. Please also ignore any typos that you see. It's all filler text anyway. There you go. That's my disclaimer. So the mandate system is something that we've been talking about for a long period of time, but it's something that we're actually working on. But we've rebranded it as the mission system. For those who know what the mission system is in game already, I'm glad you do, but it doesn't do what we want it to. So we're gonna rebrand that a little bit. Missions are essentially your daily challenges or quests or what have you, and then we're also wrapping some of that in a campaigns component as well, which will give us the opportunity to through the duration of a campaign to tell a story and kind of evolve the lore of the game. Let's check out another screen.
Yep.
Just the next one in a row.
Yep.
So through this mission system, actually, that you're still looking at the campaign screen. This is going to you'll have different chapters that you'll be able to work through, and then the chapters have missions kind of nested within them that they go and tell us a story, and you also get rewarded and that sort of thing. We can skip to the next one as well.
Okay. It's events.
And so for events, this is furthering that campaigns portion of the screen. So each chapter is going to have a static amount of missions that you can play, which would tell like the story of that chapter, like the changes that are made maybe in the world, or maybe the characters that have kind of arisen, or if there's any if there's anything like crazy and different that's happening on Araxis. All that story will be told within the form of missions or quests, I guess, that you can go and participate in.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next one. So outside of the campaigns portion of it, one thing that you will see every day regardless is the mission board. And unlike daily challenges that happen in other games, where they'll randomly give you a selection of things and say like, hey, go do this. What we want to do, being kind of this the sandbox the sandbox game experience that tailors to multiple different types of playstyles, is give you options with what you want to do with your session. So if you, for example, are you're jumping on for the day and maybe you just want to relax and go exploring, or go participate in some sort of like lower key combat, like maybe you pick up a mission that's asking you to go somewhere, or to maybe like participate in a certain fight, or like move some resource from one base to the next. That's an option for you, like as a mission, and you're going to get rewarded for doing that. You'll have more difficult missions that either like they take more time, or they're just strictly harder to pull off. and those will appear as well. So if you feel like, for example, you can rack up, here's just a really bad example, 100 kills within a day or something like that. Like maybe if you're that type of player, you can find that mission. Maybe it appears on the map or on the mission board here, and you pick that one, and then you get to partake in those rewards. And these the rewards will depend on the difficulty of the mission. It'll depend on the type of the mission. Maybe which faction that mission is coming from. So if it's NS, maybe they have some specific stuff that they want you to do. If it's a black market dealer, maybe they have some really shady stuff that they want you to do. Or if it's your home faction, maybe Vanu Sovereignty, maybe they have something that they want you to do that kind of perpetuates their effort either on a specific continent or just on the battlefield.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's it in a nutshell. So what missions are going to let us do is make it so there's a specific focus to your session. You log in, you see what you want to do, and you partake in that. Or if you see something that you can capitalize on. So maybe if there's a mission to destroy a bastion, you see one that's about to be destroyed, maybe you just pick up the mission and get the reward for it. I don't know. Limited number of missions that you can get per day, and you can abandon them and then pick up a different mission if it feels like it's something you can't complete, or if that continent's locked, and that sort of thing. So hopefully we're trying to answer the question of what do I do with my game session. For a lot of people, it's you kind of just jump in and do things and stuff. For outfits in particular, depending on the type of outfit you are a part of, maybe you'll be having an ops night, or maybe you'll just be kind of roaming from base to base and taking those out. We want to celebrate all of the different styles of play that players can partake in, and come up with a reward system that we can keep kind of a control over. We'll know how many rewards you can get in a certain day, and that'll help stop things with economy inflation and just all the craziness that comes from people who are sitting in a corner just stat padding ammo to get certs and that sort of thing. This helps us with that sort of side of things as well. And then your directive screen is going to be rolled into this area as well. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yep,
it's a lot. This is just one portion of this. Update,
and then without spoiling the surprises,
right.
Not only are there individual things that players can do, but like Rel had said earlier, the quote crazy stuff that is happening on Araxis,
right?
There should be some pretty interesting stuff that's happening at a global level. Would you say?
A planet-wide level, perhaps.
Planet-wide level. Planet-wide up in PlanetSide.
Planet-wide up in Planet. Wow, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, we've actually been working with a writer just to start tying in a lot of the lore elements that frankly just haven't existed in PlanetSide 2, that it's been lacking. So to provide some context and some interesting details, and finally just injecting some storyline into the game without dramatically changing the day-to-day gameplay experience, but
right.
giving it's a pretty exciting update. We were kind of on the fence about sharing any details about this because we didn't want it to potentially overshadow the next game update, which is Colossus and Punisher and everything. But we wanted to at least share a little bit of information with you. So over the next probably month and a half or so, there's going to be some teasers going out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's hinting at what's to come.
What may be going on?
Some very big changes.
Andy,
a lot of the stuff that we're sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it, bud.
A lot of the stuff that we're doing is we want to build out the world. If you read the article that Andy was interviewed in, PlanetSide is here to stay. Was that the title?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, and in part of doing that is kind of creating this world that we can really be proud of and see evolve over time and be vibrant and crazy without having to try to figure out I guess how to entice players to like just like instead of like flipping the table like every update, you know, and doing something that's absolutely crazy. We want to cultivate the game, you know, so that it like Andy said, it's not like disruptive of the experience that you're having, you know, every game session. But this probably totally weren't your words. I'm sorry. But yeah, we want to continue to cultivate and grow this game and then the franchise.
Cool.
Awesome. Andy, do you want to go over PTS unlock timing one more time for everybody?
Yeah. So PTS is literally going to unlock a few minutes after we wrap up the stream here. Publish has been up since late last night, and it's been ready to download. So hopefully everyone's had a chance to start patching up. Yeah, it's just we'll tweet out and post as soon as it's unlocked, but it should be momentarily. And I guess just to kind of recap the stream, saw that that we just tweeted out the link to the Robert Stoneman war correspondent video that we premiered at the beginning. We've got the content creator video series coming to a close, at least this round, Sunday night at midnight. So make sure to get your submissions in. I saw Alpha tweeting something. It looked like some editing that was going on. So probably going to just walk in and blow our minds with whatever that's going to be. But get all your submissions in by the end of the day Sunday. We have over 50 so far. We're going to then, within the development team, we're going to distill that down to the top 5 finalists. And then we're going to present that to the community to vote on next Friday. And then based on the results of the voting, then that will determine the grand prize winner.
Awesome.
We've got, you know, as Rel had mentioned, we've got lots of changes and improvements coming in Outfit Wars that will be coming out in its own update. And we'll be sharing more details on that once we can finalize them. We'll probably end up doing a dev stream again, probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks at the most, and it'll probably end up being 5. And you guys are going to remind me that I said 3 to 4 weeks at the most, but we want to do one again soon. We have a lot of fun doing these, and hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing. But in that stream, we should have a lot more detail on what's going to be going into the Outfit Wars update, and as well as the PS4 changes. And
there's some questions about voice comms.
Yes, voice comms. So our tech director, you know, we posted about this a couple of times. We've basically gotten him on board to start working on it. He's been working with Vivox. He's also been personally going through all of the changes that might have led to the less than reliable voice comms that we've been seeing in the game. It sounds like with a few changes that have gone out, there's been some improvements, but they're still far from ideal. So he's continuing to work on that. Like I said in my post last week, as soon as we have some more concrete updates, which he's hopefully in the next couple of days, he's going to be able to get some more time to continue working on it. Now that we got the build up to PTS, then we'll be able to post more information about how that's coming along. But I mean, as we've said before, like this is an online team-centric game. Like voice communications are paramount. Like we can't have communication problems in the game. So just to reiterate, like we understand how crucial it is to get this resolved. And like I said, we've gotten some feedback that it's improved a bit based on a few changes that have gone out, but that we still have a ways to go. So thank you for being patient. And again, we apologize that they're as flaky as they have been.
All right. Awesome. Anything else you guys wanted to cover before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it. Just a reminder: Lane Smash matches have started today, going through the weekend. Justin's going to tweet that out on the main PlanetSide 2 account, just the schedule, so you can tune in. And I think that is it. You want to close it out with the war correspondent video one last time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, we'll roll the war correspondent video. Well, thank everybody for tuning in, hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys on social, all the fun things, and reminder: get the PTS and what do you call it? Get out there and enjoy. So until next time, dudes. Later.
From the warm embrace of Indar to the cold heart of Vesemir. 6 years have passed since I returned to these war-torn lands. But change is in the air, and a dark shadow lingers over the battlefields of Araxos. This is a Bastion fleet carrier, an outfit flagship on combat operations over Vesemir. With a single captain piloting and a crew of 9 manning the various heavy guns around its hull, its ground and airspaces are very well protected. Teamwork is an essential part to destroying these carriers. This anti-aircraft Max is going to need a little bit of help. Like every large beast, they'll have their weak points. These are located around the bottom, sides and tops of the Bastion. I'm told it's not uncommon to see fighter and galaxy escorts protecting those areas. It makes for a challenging and engaging battle to take them down. Just not by jumping out of your aircraft with a rifle. Pulling a Bastion, as the combat troops call it, takes teamwork and resources before it can enter from orbit. Over in Hosin, on the Emerald server, outfits such as the 1st Terran Rangers have done just that, pounding the front line below with its Mauler cannons. Intel spreads, and the Voodoo Company outfit of the new conglomerate brings their Bastion in over Hosin. Soon after, a 3rd, the Vanu outfit, Ghosts of the Revolution, joining to attempt their claim over the continent. The fighting was intense. Air-to-air combat filled the skies. Our mobile NS camera drones captured the fighting up close. As fire erupts from all 3 bastions, it was only a matter of time. The Vanu Bastion is the first to go. A huge white light fills the sky, leaving the remaining factions to fight it out. As the Terran Republic's Bastion evaporates into the distance, the remaining Vanu and Terran Republic fighters work together to bring down the new conglomerate Bastion, ending the air battle over Hosin. With Hosin now in the control of the new conglomerate, forces will move on to another continent, carrying the fight further on Araxos. There's a lot of change to these battlefields, and the introduction of the Bastion is a new beginning to an old friend. Robert Stoneman, war correspondent for PlanetSide 2.